We all know what Christmas is supposed to be about.
But somehow this is what ends up happening.
Leaving you with...
Is there a way to get it back?
Someone with way too much time on their hands decided to calculate how much it would cost to purchase the 12 Days of Christmas. You know the song.
And apparently it costs $78,000 to buy your true love a full Christmas.
Oh my goodness. Well, we decided to reclaim the true value of the season and find a more meaningful
And affordable.
Christmas.
Due to inflation, however, we had to cut out a few days.
Shireen, I have a confession to make.
Another one?
Another one. You know what? With all the craziness and stress of this season, I begin to feel kind of like a Scrooge at Christmas time.
You are you? Well, I think that's why we sent you to a stress expert.
Good idea. When Ronnie Nijme met me, he didn't know who he was dealing with.
Okay, this is one of my absolute least favorite parts of Christmas, is trying to find a parking spot in the mall. Just carts, people, and if there is a spot, everyone's racing for it. They're cutting you off, and you just leave, well, not feeling so Christmassy, feeling a little angry.
But he still had some good advice.
It's so easy to get caught up in the swirl of stress that surrounds the holidays, and it's really challenging to get over that because stress is like a cold, it's contagious. And sadly as well, Christmas has become this materialism time and a time of excess. And we're led to believe, well, misled to believe that Christmas isn't Christmas without all the trimmings and all of the gifts, but it isn't true. It simply isn't true. So I think we need to rediscover what Christmas is all about.
Okay, I could do that. But what about the pressure to have that perfect Christmas? Was banning Martha Stewart the answer?
We have to let go of that perfection, that ideal Christmas, because you know what, there was one perfect Christmas, and that was 2,000 years ago. We're not going to be able to recreate it. We can just do our best, do what we can, and let God take over. So we just need to involve others, get help from our loved ones, our kids, our spouse, our siblings, our parents.
No perfection. Got it. I'll give it a try.
Another way to reduce stress is to actually cut down on your Christmas shopping.
Yes, no walls.
An Ipsos Reid poll found that the majority of Canadians don't really want anything for Christmas.
Sorry, Santa.
84% said they would actually rather have someone give something on their behalf to help someone else.
And that's actually a new trend. Many organizations make it easy to buy practical gifts like those with catalogs like these.
And so you can stock a classroom for $50 with World Vision.
Or buy a pair of goats for a family for $65 from Partners International.
Thanks, Santa.
Well, a cow probably wouldn't be at the top of most people's Christmas list, but for those living in poverty, it can be the difference between nutrition and starvation. Brent Mitchell of Partners International says even those without a lot of money find a way to make a difference overseas.
A newspaper boy in Peterborough who decides that he wants to do something for a poor family around the world with his money that he's worked hard for, and obviously we all know that you don't make that much money as a newspaper boy, and taking that money and contributing to a poor family through the Harvest of Hope catalog.
Whole families have gotten involved, including the G's from Northern Ontario, who were able to sponsor a well for an entire village.
They're real, tangible projects and to provide water for a whole village, something that we take so much for granted. It seemed inexpensive. It wasn't a big sacrifice to do so much good for so many people.
So for those on my list this year, watch out. You may be getting a cow for Christmas. And you don't just have to send things to the developing world to make a difference.
That's right, you can send yourself.
And Shireen, you met a group of friends who gave up their Christmas to go work in an orphanage in Peru.
And it wasn't just that they went, it's how they did it.
We met this group of friends a few weeks before they left to Peru, where they spent half their Christmas as tourists and the other half volunteering in an orphanage.
I'm just going to hand out these, this is just a little agenda for today.
Before packing their bags, however, they made sure they learned a few things.
A friend of ours, Kate, did a cultural preparedness day, and so she was uniquely able to provide a full day session with us, preparing us for some challenges we might meet when, basically cultures meet that have very different backgrounds, very different perspectives and histories.
And with a few Spanish lessons under their belts, this team was on their way. In Peru, they administered basic medical care, organized games, cooked meals, fixed things around the orphanage, and just spent time caring for the kids. They returned to report their Christmas was truly an occasion of love and good cheer.
When we talk about recapturing Christmas, what we're really talking about is celebrating the ultimate gift, Jesus, who made a way for us to see and know God.
And that's why gift giving goes beyond what you see under your tree. It extends to those who sometimes might be forgotten this Christmas.
Like the families of prison inmates, Prison Fellowship has found a great way to help. Janice Ryder says most people don't think about what happens to families when offenders are incarcerated.
Many children would be without a gift from their parent inside. In many cases, the child is estranged from their parent.
Of toys.
Into that void comes Angel Tree, a program that will deliver close to 1,100 gifts this Christmas to inmates' children and has sent hundreds of them to camp.
What a wonderful opportunity, especially for women, since 2/3 of our women are moms and had at least one child under 16 when they were charged with their crime. To offer that opportunity to give a gift was quite miraculous.
Rosemary Redshaw is chaplain at Kitchener, Ontario's Grand Valley Institute, a minimum to medium security prison for women.
The women just dropped their mouth. You mean I can pick anything out of any book? Up to $35? Like, that's a lot of money to spend, especially women who have 3-4 children. You know, that's a lot of money.
Rosemary believes the program sends an important message to those locked away from society.
I think it says we love you no matter what. I think it says we have hope in you. We believe in you. We believe in the power of God to change your life. We're doing it not because you owe us anything back. We do it simply because we care about you and we care about your children.
Spending time with family is what I look forward to at Christmas.
But there are many who spend the holidays alone.
And you can make a world of a difference by just giving a little of your time.
A visit with a shut-in or someone in a hospital or nursing home will make both of your Christmases more meaningful. Shireen and I decided to practice what we preach, so we arranged a visit with the 94-year-old grandmother of one of our fellow reporters, Denise Lottie.
Hi, Mary.
Mary had only been in the home 6 months, and although she has committed family nearby, the adjustment wasn't easy. We hoped our afternoon Christmas visit would brighten her day. We have some flowers for your room here.
Oh, thank you.
Make it a little more Christmassy. And we also bought you a little present. I hear that you like this perfume. I hope I heard right.
Oh, this is my kind.
Is it?
Yes.
Yay! After learning so much from Mary about her history and life wisdom, she gave us an inside peek at what it's like to live in a nursing home.
I think there are people in homes very lonely that have nobody, and they have no family, and nobody comes to see them. That I think is very sad. Here they dusted more than I ever dusted because I didn't like dusting.
She says even a short visit or phone call can make a real difference.
Even a stranger, you just come and touch their hand and show them love. It means it would make their day, especially if they don't have relatives to come.
After a rather awkward attempt at decorating, we're going to put this on television. We're going to allow people to see this.
Well, thank you for letting us come visit with you, Mary.
I'm so glad you came.
Shireen and I took our leave, feeling like we were the ones who were blessed by our time with Mary. Coming up tomorrow on 100 Huntley Street, 5 more ways to make your Christmas meaningful. Stay tuned.